Hello everyone. Today we are going to study the conversion of terminating and non-terminating but repeating decimals. We have already studied in our previous classes that every rational numbers which is in the form of p by q, rational numbers definition, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. Remember this, p and q are integers, okay, and q not equal to 0. We have already seen the patterns in rational numbers, right? And in those patterns we have seen that every rational numbers are either terminating or non-terminating repeating. If it is not repeating, then they are not rational numbers, they are irrational numbers. So every rational numbers can be converted into the form of p by q. Now how do we do it? And that is what we are going to study in this video. Now first example, as you can see here, is we need to show that whether this number 3.142678 is a rational number, okay, and this question can be even said in different words, like we might need to express this number in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. These two are same question, but they are written in different form, okay. So how do you solve it? Now for terminating decimals it is quite easy, very easy. Oh, it's not a headache for a terminating decimal. We just need to count the number of decimals after number of digits after the decimal, not number of decimals. How stupid. Number of digits after the decimal. So there are 1 digit, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have 6 digits. So what we do is we write all the digits here same, okay, we write it, and then we just put a 1 here, and after 1 we put how many zeros? 6 zeros. This 2 same, they are corresponding, okay. So the number of digits here and the number of zeros here, they must be equal, and this 1 is the customary. So directly we get this number as the form of p by q. Here you can see that it is only been asked to form p by q, where p and q are integers. P and q should be normally co-prime. When we express it in the form of rational numbers, we represent p and q as co-prime. Co-prime means the HCF of p and q. This is the form how we write HCF in shortcut, okay. HCF of p and q should be 1, okay. And how do we get it? By those cancellation. ये जो फैक्टराइजेशन हम लोग करते हैं, ये 2 से कर लो, पहले 2 से डिवाइड किया, फिर करते करते and then we reach to the simplest form. That simplest form is the traditional way of writing rational numbers. Now forget about that currently, because here the question is only to write it in the form of p by q, okay. We have written it in the form of p by q, where p is also an integer, that is this part p is an integer, and q is also an integer, and also q is not equal to 0. This is not equal to 0, right? This is equal to almost 10 lakh. Anyway, now let's go for the next question. Now what if the decimal expansion is non-terminating? Now for terminating it is quite easy, as you have seen. For non-terminating it could be different. Now non-terminating and can be of two kinds, as we have studied earlier. One is recurring and the other is non-recurring, right? Non-recurring, what are the non-recurring called? Non-recurring, non-terminating decimals are called irrational numbers, right? And irrational numbers we are not discussing here. We are discussing rational numbers and how we can bring a terminating decimal into the form of p by q. So let's go for a non-terminating recurring decimal. Now non-terminating recurring decimals are of two kinds. One is pure and the other is mixed. So the first example we are going to do for a pure. In pure non-terminating recurring decimal, after the decimal only the repeating block starts, Okay, for example, if you see the next one, you see this example just after the example just after the decimal, the repeating block, here the repeating block is 3, right? So here just after the decimal, the just after the decimal, the repeating block is starting. Hence these are called pure non-terminating recurring decimals. Okay, so simply pure decimals, what you can say, or pure non-terminating recurring decimals. Anyway, how do we solve it? How do we express this kind of number into the form of p by q? Now I'm going to show you the shortcut also. Okay, I'm going to show you the shortcut for doing all these things. The answer will be like 3 by 9, the shortcut simply. But how do we get it? 3 by 9, which can be ultimately written as 1 by 3. Now this 3 by 9, how do we get it shortcut? That is the different aspect. We use this shortcut only when the question is for only 1 mark. Now this question, when we are asked to show it, right, when we are asked to show it, we need to describe it. How do we get it? Okay, so that how do we get that number, how do we get this number, that is we need to show it. But otherwise we can use this shortcut, and how we do it, as I said, I will show you later on at the end of the video, or that part. But in case what was I saying? Yes, okay, how do we show this currently? Now for 1 mark questions we will use the shortcut, and for more than 1 mark we are going to use this technique. Now what is this technique of solving this? Now as you can see, we have written x is equal to 0.3. We have just taken 0.3 bar as x. You can also take it as 0.3333 and so on. How many 3's are there? There are infinite 3's, right? So now the second step is we need to multiply a number of power of 10. Now power of 10 are 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 and so on. But which number are we going to multiply? We are going to multiply by looking at the number of zeros in after 1 should be the same as the number of digits in the repeating block. Here after which number, after 1, which number we should multiply, it depends on the number of digits in the repeating block. What is the repeating block here? 0.3. 0.3 is the this is 0.3 bar, and the repeating block is 3. 3 is getting repeated here, right? 3 is getting repeated here. So since only 1 digit is getting repeated, we multiply 10. So directly we are going to do it. Okay, we are not going to write this line in your answer. You don't need to write this line. You also don't need to write this line. You can directly start with this line also only. Okay, so in this line we are just multiplying 10 on both sides. So if x is being multiplied, with 10, you get 10x. And when 0.3 is being multiplied with 10, this decimal shift 1 place. So when the decimal shift 1 place, it becomes 3.3333 and so on, right? Now this part, this 3.3333 can be broken down into this, because this is nothing but the addition of 3 and 0.3333, right? As you can see, if you add them, what can be 3 written as? 3 can be written as 3.00000, right? And this part can be written as like this, 3333. So how do you add it? This 3 comes, right? So you get the numbers like this, and hence you can just replace this number with x. Why? because check out this portion. What is x? X is nothing but 0.3333. Okay, so when we replace this number with x, it's too dirty, let me clean it. So what you say is we are replacing this number with x, the value of x. Now replacing it gives us this result. Now tan x becomes 3 plus x. Now why? Because this number 3.33x is written as this number, right? 3 plus x. So we are just replacing it, and then we just bring this x from the right hand side to the left. So when we bring it to the left, this plus becomes minus out here. So tan x minus x becomes 9x. On the right side we are only left with 3. So when we divide, when we bring this 9 to the right hand side, then it becomes 3 by 9, right? So on cancelling it becomes 1 and this is 3. So directly we can just write x is equal to 1 by 3. So what was x? X is equal to 0.3 bar, right? So ultimately we got the result 0.3 bar is equal to 1 by 3. That means we have written it in the form of p by q, where p is equal to what? 1, q is equal to 3, and you can see that q is non-zero, obviously, right? It is not equal to 0, and this both of this 1 and 2 are integers. Hence we have already shown it how to do it. The step important was which number we need to multiply, 10 or 100 or 1000, and that depends on what? That depends on the number of digits in the repeating block. Here the repeating block is 3 bar, so 3 is getting repeated, so only one digit is getting repeated, hence we multiply 10. That was the important part. So, and rest of the things are just common algebra. Next question. Okay, as I said, I need to give you worksheet also. So first question that you need to do for 0.4 bar, okay, and you need to do for 0.9 bar. Chalo, it's dirty, right? Wait, .9 bar. So these two questions you will be doing it for your in your copy, and provide with the answers. Okay, remember this two. Okay, solve it, question number 1 and question number 2. Then we see a different kind of digits here. Here you can see how many digits are getting repeated. 2 digits are getting repeated, 2 and 7. So which number we need to multiply? We need to multiply 100. Alright, now you can see here there is an extra number here. This 1 is an extra जो पहले क्वेश्चन में नहीं था. Now in this part you can see we can just write x's like this. We can also write 1.27 bar. It doesn't matter how you write x, whether you write 1.27 bar or you write 1.272727 at least 3 times and then give with the 3 dots. So on multiplying with 100, here we are multiplying with 100, so x becomes 100x, and this becomes, now the decimal here will shift how many digits? 2 digits. Why 2 digits? Because we are multiplying with 100. 100 have 2 zeros, so the decimal will shift 2 digits. If you multiply, the decimal shifts towards the right. If you divide by 100 or multiple of product what called power of 10, the decimal shifts towards the left. Okay. So if I divide say for example 2 12.37 by 100, what will be the result? The answer will be, this decimal will shift 2 digits because we have 2 zeros, so it will become 0.12 and 37. Okay, again it has become a sorry dirty, सर्दी हो गया. Don't worry, I don't have corona yet. Anyway, so what do you see here? We multiplied by multiplied with 100. We multiplied here also. The decimal shifted 2 digits, so it is 127.2727. Now since this is repeating, right, this 27 block is repeated, it repeats up to infinity. So since it is going up to infinity, we can just add some more, it doesn't matter. And what are we doing here? You need to notice, this is just a trick that we are applying. Now 127 is equal to 126 plus 1. Why am I writing 1? Because in this number we have 1 at the first place. So x is 1.2727. So here when I write 127.2727 as 126 and 1.2727 sum, then this part here can be replaced as x. So how do you get this number? This number sometimes it might be complicated. So just whatever number you get at this place. Wait, let me clean it. Okay. Okay. How do you get this 126? Right? How do we get it? So here which number did we get? We get 127. Okay. And what number do we have here? We have 1. So you just subtract this 1 from this number, you just subtract this, you are going to get 126. So you first write 126. So first you write 126 and then just write the x. Alright, and then you replace this value with x, and then you take this x on the left hand side like the previous example. You have 100x minus x is equal to 99x. On the right hand side you are left with 126. So x becomes 126 by 99 by shifting the 99 to the right hand side. How and why it goes to the denominator? It goes to the denominator because at this place it is getting multiplied. Here it is getting multiplied. So here it should be divided. It should be dividing. Okay. So what is our answer? 1.27 bar is equal to 126 by 99. So both these examples 0.3 bar and 1.27 bar are examples of pure recurring decimals. Why? Because just after the decimal the repeating block starts. We don't have any digits before the recurring block. We don't have any digits here. At this place we don't have any digits, right? So since just after the decimal the recurring block starts, it is called a pure recurring decimal. For an example, check this number, say 2.371 bar. Now the bar is over 7 and 1, right? But 3 doesn't have a bar. So this kind of number is called a what number? This type of number is called a mixed recurring decimal. So you are going to solve at type of earlier you have just done for two questions. You have done for 0.4 bar and 0.9 bar. You are going to do here, you have only one digit repeating, so now you are going to do for this question number 3. You are going to do it will be 2.371 bar. That will be your third question. Okay, next we shall study about mixed. Example 9. ये 9 कैसे हो गया? It should be 4. Example 4. This should be 4. So in this number you can see you have a repeating block of 35, right? 35 is getting repeated here, but 2 is not getting repeated. 35 is getting repeated, but 2 is not getting repeated. So let's check out how this number is written. 2 is written only once, baki 35 is being written 3 times, because that is the repeating block, and we need to express it in the form of P by Q. Again the question remains same, or the question could be of the other kind. Express it in the form of a rational number. Show that it is a rational number. So two types of questions. There could be other ways also, but currently let us see. The question can be written in different form, but the answer is same only. So how do we do it? Again, how many here? 2 is repeating, 2 does not repeat, but the block 35 repeats. How many digits do we have which is repeating? 2 digits, right? 2 digits are getting repeated, 3 and 5. So we multiply with 100. So when we multiply with 100, what do we get? This decimal here shall shift 2 digits, so it will become 23.5, right? So 23.5 and then 35, 35, 35 and so on. As many 35 you want to write. Now here 35 is getting repeated. So what is the repeating part here? 2, 3, 5, right? We have 2, 3, 5. So at this portion we have 3, 5 तो मिल गया, पर यहाँ पे 5 मिल गया extra, right? So ये जो 5 मिला है यहाँ पे, what do we do it? We need it to be 2. So 5 से 2 बनाना है. So what do we write? We make it 3. 5 minus 2 is 3. So we write 23.5 and 0.23535. Now this part is our x, value of x. How do we get it? Same way as the previous technique. What do you have here is, you have here is 23.5, right? What do you need is, you need 0.2 at the end, right? At this place you need 0.2, so just subtract it, you get 23.5. so this 23.5 sorry, you get 23.3. so this 23.3 you write here. Alright, so again it's too dirty, clean it. So what you see is, we write here 23.3 and we write here 0.23535 and so on. Now this part is x, we just replace it with x, and then we take this x to the left hand side. We get 100x minus x, which is equal to 99x, and this part here is 23.3. but is 23.3 an integer? We write integer in the form of z. Okay, does 23.3 belong to the set of integers? No, it doesn't. So we need to make it an integer. How do we make it? Just by, we don't make it an integer, just we make it into the decimal form. We write this 23.3 as 2 3 3 divided by 10. How we are writing it? Because we need to shift the decimal to the right. So since we need to shift the decimal to the right, we divide it by 10. So as you see, 233 divided by 10. So what we should do, the decimal should shift right. So these two are equivalent. It's kind of very simple. To convert a decimal into a rational number, we have already done in the first question. In the first example itself, we have done it, how to convert a decimal into a rational numbers. If you forgot, you just see it here. We count the number of digits and we just put the zeros accordingly, right? Anyway, so where is the question? Yeah, so we write 23.3 as 233 by 10. So now this 99 is being multiplied here. We can shift it to the right hand side, so it will go to the denominator and it will get multiplied to 10. 10 into 99 is nothing but 990, right? So x is 233 by 990. You can just check it the reverse way also. You can check it. You can divide 233 by 990 and you can see whether the answer is same or not. So before we go to the conclusion, let us learn the shortcut, and also let me give you the question for this type. So you will be doing this. Okay, you will be doing this is question number 4, right? You will be doing 2.237 bar, and you will do another question for the same kind. Okay, and 15.314 bar. Okay, you will be doing these two questions also. So total 5 questions only. You need to do it, and you will show it to me how you do it. And if you have any question in understanding all those things, whatever we have taught today, you can just ask me. We will find some other way to discuss it. Okay, now before the conclusion, as I said, what techniques do we use? Let me rub it. It's better. I need some clean space to demonstrate that part. Shortcut way to find it. So what is the shortcut? Let us take this number, let us take pure number first. So pure number, we are taking 0, say we are taking 10.47 bar. This is pure. Why? Because just after the decimal, the repeating block starts, right? Okay. So how do we do it? Quite simple. First, because you have an extra number here, just separate it and write it like this, and then put a 10, keep it same. How many digits are getting repeated? 9, and this is pure, right? So since it is pure, just write the digits and put 99. हो गया, ख़त्म. अभी इसको बस नॉर्मल जो ऐड करना होता है फ्रैक्शन एंड रेशनल नंबर्स, लाइक दैट ओनली. सो दिस इज 990 प्लस 47 by 99, which is equal to 7310 by 99. By 99. That's your answer. Now this is quite complicated. Let it make more simpler. Yeah, we have not used any X or anything, right? that will make a simpler one. Say 0.38971289. I say it's simple, and yes, it is simple. The digits might be too big, but yes, it is simple. Don't worry. How do we do it? Just since it is a pure recurring decimal, so just put on the digits 3, 8, 9, 7, 1, 2, 8, 9. So for every digit, put a 9. Okay, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 digits. So that's your answer. Isn't it simple? और यही प्रॉब्लम अगर हमें वो 10x और वो सब चीज़ें या 100x या वो सब मल्टीप्लाई करके करना होता तो showing it is lengthy, but getting the answer here is quite simple. So this is a 1 mark question that might come in your exam. Hence the shortcut is very essential for 1 mark question. ठीक है? Remember it. It's a shortcut. Now let us go for mixed fraction. For mixed fraction, there are 2 steps. Let us take a simple mixed fraction. 0. And if it is not simple, like if it you have a 10 or something, or say 210 or something, then just separate this portion. Okay, so forget about this and then addition. Otherwise, let the mixed fraction be like this: 0.2385. Okay. So what do you do is, how many digits are getting repeated? 3 digits, right? 1, 2, 3. So for every repeating digit, you put a 9. And how many digits are not getting repeated? Oh, it is not getting repeated 2. So put a 0 for non-repeating. Here 1 digit is not getting repeated, so we put 1, 0 here. Okay. Now what you need to do is, you need to write the digits same, and then subtract the non-repeating part. This part is non-repeating, you just subtract it. So what you get is, let me write it below. So what you get is 2383 by 9990. That's your answer. खत्म. शॉर्टकट आसान है ना? एनीवे, तो हम लोग वो सब चीज़ें क्यों करते हैं? बिकॉज हमें जानना है हाउ वी गेट इट. ये शॉर्टकट तो बाद में ऑब्जर्वेशन करके मिला. सारा शोर्ट करने के बाद, व्हेन वी हैव when the mathematicians actually did all the process of how we get the numbers, and after that only those shortcuts are being taught. मतलब ऑब्जर्व करके मिला. तो ये ऑब्जर्वेशन रिजल्ट है, ये कोई टेक्निक नहीं है. लेट अस से अनदर वन, 0.2841. लेट अस टेक ज़्यादा कैलकुलेशन करके. यहाँ पे 41 is getting repeated, so 2 digits are getting repeated. So for 2 digits repeating, we write 20. Here 2 digits are getting not repeated, so for them we write 2 zeros. Then we just write 2841 the digits and then subtract the non-repeating digits. 28 subtract कर दो. So we get 41 से 28 subtract करने से कितना मिलता है? We get it to be 13 मिलता है. So 9900. That's your answer. खत्म. So we now go to the conclusion of our video. So what is the conclusion that we make? That if a decimal expansion of a rational number is either terminating or non-terminating recurring. So decimal expansion of a rational number is either terminating or non-terminating recurring. And where did we see it? In the first video, visualizing patterns in decimal expansion of rational numbers. We have I made that video for you guys, and there I have shown you that every rational numbers has a pattern. And in the previous class we discussed that how there can be that is every decimal numbers can be every rational numbers. Oh, what was I discussing? Yeah. And in the previous class, what did we discuss? I forgot actually. याद नहीं आ रहा. Oh yeah, on the previous class we discussed how this rational numbers will be terminating or non-terminating recurring. That thing we calculated by factorizing the denominator. ठीक है? And in today's class we have seen that any number whose decimal expansion is terminating or non-terminating recurring is a rational number. Okay, so thank you guys. Do the questions and provide it to me. I will be checking them. Okay, do them in your copy, and all those examples and everything and the conclusion part, whatever is written in the video, note them down in your copy. Thank you.